it's not even questions, just like really talk.
I'm so sorry.
No, that could have been so much worse. You could spill drinks. It's like donkey service.
Silly goose behavior.
Alright, we're good. This is the podcast.
This is the podcast. We're in now.
Yeah, we give a little intro.
Okay.
I'm Mason from America.
I'm
Pennsylvania.
Eliza from Australia, Melbourne.
I'm Joe and I'm from England.
So like, I'm not gonna lie. When like you say your countries, I don't know any cities or like anything. You know, like in America, you come in, you pick Penn State, you pick Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're like, what do you hear about America before you come in, like area wise?
So I've heard of Penn State before.
All right.
I'd heard of Penn State, right, because
I didn't hear of any colleges, any of your places, like at all.
the only reason I'd ever heard of Penn State before was because there's a shop called Primark in England. And like years ago, they had like a sale where they sold loads of Penn State jumpers. So sweaters, you say here. And so...
Sweatshirts.
Same thing.
Slang, alright, yeah.
And so I just saw the name there. I was like, I'm sure that's a cool place.
I'm gonna start calling them jumpers.
I know.
What about you?
I think it's a better word, personally.
And back home, like, Penn State's the biggest name. Like, the biggest school ever. No, I shit you not.
Actually, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I had to choose, and I was like, I have no idea. And I spoke to so many friends, and they were like, Penn State, football. That's it. That's the football.
Because you hear it a lot. Like I live in Pennsylvania, so you hear Penn State obviously a ton, but like I can't believe you hear it from other countries. That's the most interesting part, I think. But you pick Penn State naturally. And what's your majors?
My major is ancient history and philosophy.
Yeah.
Quite a weird one.
No, it's all weird. Yeah. What about you?
Agriculture.
Agriculture.
Pretty
Yeah.
standard for Penn State.
Yeah, it is standard for Penn State. That's what we're known for,
Yeah.
which is very interesting. I'm taking an agriculture class as a gen ed this semester, and it's interesting seeing like actual other agriculture majors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's an experience, but like, is America what you expected?
Oof. That's a hard question, actually.
Is it? Is it?
I don't know what I expected. And it isn't what you expected.
Do you expect it from like the movies?
Like, we watched movies, like the American movies, like what, 21 Jump Street?
Yeah.
And I was like, surely that's going to be a joke. And I was sitting there and I was like, Mum and Dad, this is not going to be like America. Moved here, definitely like America.
21 Jump Street.
No.
They saw America like 21 Jump Street.
It is the exact same. I went out the first night and I was like, frat parties, woohoo. Walked around the frats and I was like, guys, these are the houses. Wow, they're cool. Exactly the same. Like, the movies, you are living a movie.
They hit it hard.
That's what I found as well. There were so many people I met, and I thought, like, this person can only exist in the movie. And I was like, oh my god, there is Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Like, that's a real person that, like, genuinely exists in life. I was amazed. Like, don't you think it's just, like, the frat boys as well? I found that most of frat boys in particular. Because, like, it's such a meme in other countries.
Yeah.
Like, you think there's no way these people can be real humans that exist on this earth. And then suddenly it's like, bro, get the fuck off my property right now.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're cool, but like leave, please. And I was like, oh, really? Are you sure? They have such a superiority complex. And I was like, no, college people.
We've met nice frat boys as well. Though.
Yeah,
nice
I mean,
ones.
No, but
it's
hilarious.
Yeah,
I was like, this is a cultural experience. 18-year-olds being like, get the fuck off my property, leave. And I'm like, I'm 21. And
then you go to bars.
And I was like, hi, I'm from Australia. They're, no, you're not. And I'm like, okay.
They don't believe
I'm
you.
not.
That's funny. Because it's kind of like, when you're an athlete, you go, like, oh, I play football, let me in. But you guys like, I'm from Australia. Like,
they're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, oh, yeah,
How do you prove that?
See, but how many times, though, have you had just someone, like, repeat your accent back to you, thinking you're taking the piss? Thinking you're, like, pretending you're from somewhere else?
Even my fucking professors are like, whoa! And I'm like, shut up! And then like, and they sit back and they're like, oh my god. And I'm like, okay, it's like not that cool. Like can I just, here's my paper? And they're like, whoa! And
I love it though, because it's like, it's everything everything I expected. Because I see Australian movies like Kangaroo Jack. That's what I think Australia.
Like Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, exactly. And like it hits home because like the accent actually is like legit. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I want to tell the story about how we met. So like I went to on-campus dining in the West, and I'm getting the West cookies, like the warm chocolate chip cookies, and you like talk with your accent with like niche, and like I was like, you guys got an accent. Where you from? Australia. I'm like, can I sit with you? Like I love it. So I sit down and the whole time we're just talking, and I'm just asking the weirdest questions because I'm like I get asked. The days of the week are like there's days of the week in Australia. Do you this is a valid question.
No.
No, the best
Honestly,
thing.
I wasn't even there, and I know this story.
You look to the side. You're like, I've got to think of better questions. And you turn to me and you're like, do you have weekends in Australia? And I was like, this guy's got to be shitting me. I was like, yeah, we have. I was like, what do you mean? You're like, Saturday, Sunday. In Australia, do you have it?
Do they have weeks in China though?
Yeah, I think so.
But like weeks a Christian thing, right?
No, it was like
But
phenomenal.
they got like a Chinese calendar though. Like it's just it just starts in different places.
But everyone has a year. But like, does it go by weeks still?
You know what happened?
No,
I-
But you see, I feel like an idiot now, but I think so.
Because no, like days of the week are a Christian thing because on Sundays
Mason,
you're
I
like,
rang home and I was like, Mom and Dad, this guy asked me if we
I'm
have
gonna Google
weekends.
this.
and Dad was like, Eliza, that's like kind of an insinuation as to, do you go to church? And I was like, oh fuck, I fucked up. Because I was like, yeah, we have weekends, what the fuck are you talking about? And you were like, how do you tell the time? And I looked at my clock and I was like, it's 6. And you're like, ah!
Because I was like, is it a 12-hour clock or 24-hour clock?
I was like,
That's
this
thinking.
guy. And
No,
then,
but I
I've got
think it's-
news. The Chinese week is exactly the same as our week.
Alright,
It's just the
What?
exact same. It's just a week.
I guess like everyone has a week. But, like, I was just thinking of questions like just asking everything because like that's my whole thing. Because in East, that's what I do. I like when I was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
freshman. Every time I go to the dining hall by myself, sit down with a new group of people and just like kind of ask questions.
no, it
Like,
killed
look,
me.
But like, and I sat down with someone so different than me because you guys are from different countries. It's so interesting. And like, even this semester, like after the school year,
Yeah.
I'm going to Italy. You know, so,
Yeah, yeah.
So that
I
my
saw
whole
that
thing
on
is,
your
like,
story.
Why
That
would I
seems
not
so
talk
sick.
like? Because I want to be so friendly to like people that are not from my area because I'm gonna be the same way.
Yeah.
I want people to treat me like how I treated you guys. I guess.
I'm sure you love it.
So yeah, because I sat down with him in like 5 minutes and I'm like, yeah,
Well, you-
having a tailgate this weekend for the football
Yeah.
game. And
Oh my
then,
god, we were like,
oh,
yeah! And we went back to our
Yes.
friends, we're like, guys, we've been invited to a tailgate.
But why not? Because I'm a big why not type of guy. Like, why not?
But like,
Like, why not sit down,
Like-
guys? Why not ask like weird questions? Because you never.
Why
know.
not invite us to the tailgate?
yeah.
Why
Our
not?
first ever American
stoked.
tailgate.
We got back from that, and we were like, fuck, America.
Mate, I was so gassed. I'm like, no, like the whole like American dad having a barbecue out, like getting what was it? We got like meatball sliders and stuff.
Mate,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
we were belligerent though. We
What
were
is
all
like? What is the
fucked.
main go-to food in like your country?
Well, see, I mean, England is renowned for being shit at food.
What, beans
we
and
have,
toast?
we have, yeah, beans on. No, we have fish and chips. That's our dish. We have
people-
pies.
Mm-hmm.
We made the pie.
Pies. Because like people shit on American food, but it's like really where you go.
Yeah. Well, but I
You
mean,
know what
like, I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
that bad.
See, my favorite food, I can never find anything good like it here. It's Indian food.
Mm-hmm.
I think Indian food is great.
Yeah.
And it's really big in England as
No,
well.
the end,
That's
the end of the
thing.
day is like, it's all about who's making it. You know, it's all the ingredients are like kind of the same.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
They say
yeah.
it's in the water, but is it really in the water? I don't know.
Not really.
But like, how does like Australia? The whole backstory of Australia though, like it was like a prisoner country or something like that.
Convict?
Yeah, convict
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
When
So you gotta get like the rough vibe because of that. Like everyone thinks like Australia's hardcore.
I feel
does
like-
that come through.
I feel like everyone
When you live there?
internationally thinks that. They're like, wow.
Is it?
When we meet each other, and I'm like, yeah, So when I was in New York, I went to a restaurant, and they were like, they had a meal called the Convict, and I was like, what is this? It was like a fully Australian-based meal, and I was like, fair enough, you know, like
Wow.
I don't really know, like it was just
It's
breakfast.
called the convict.
It was called the
Would,
Convict.
Wow.
would you say it's more dangerous in
That's
your
like that was
country
like the
or
18th century.
Yours.
more dangerous here than Australia?
We're safe. We're fully safe from everything.
I think Penn State's one of the safest places. in the
Except from
country, though.
Black Widows.
I think Penn State you could sleep on a park bench, and you'd be fine. And you can't say that.
Probably, actually,
because
probably.
people go to all these city schools and it is kind of dangerous. I went to Ohio State for example. I used to
Yeah.
because it's very similar to ours, big school and everything, but
Yeah.
they're not near the city. All this stuff is happening. It's kind of dangerous. And but I feel like in Penn State at least, not too much of that's happening.
I feel like you can do anything here, and everyone's like, fair enough.
I know.
They're like, yeah, okay.
But like, do you guys have Greek life back in Australia?
Well, in England, I know we definitely don't have it. It's like it's not a thing at all. There's like, I mean, so our friend Max.
Yeah.
You know, of course.
And where's he from?
He's from London.
He's from
England.
London. He's
Yeah.
he was in a Greek life in London that
Yeah.
matches up here at API.
Well, so you know, we both go to the same university in Leeds, like North England, and it's like not a thing at all. I think he joined it as a bit of a joke. Like it's like not really like no one
Serious.
takes it seriously.
Mhm.
Then he like found out he was coming to Penn State and like looked it up and he realized his frat from like a joke frat in England is like a big thing here.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just different. It's completely like conversion of worlds.
Is there like pledging and everything?
Well, no, like he had to just drink a few beers and stuff. It
And the
wasn't
thing
like
is,
a,
like-
it wasn't a serious.
like your friends and you just
Yeah,
join.
yeah, yeah.
Because that's the weirdest thing part about friends, I guess. Because like you could argue with people in the frats, be like, the whole pledging process.
Yeah.
Is get closer with the boys and everything.
Mate.
But like, because it's weird, because like it's a lifestyle. I mean, because you join a frat, you like the boys, but like,
The
alright,
boys.
so
So
imagine this.
we hear about the hazing like even.
I
in the
know,
UK.
so-
No, the issue was the other day I was at a frat, I was at API, and I was talking to a pledge, and they were like, we were like just chatting because he's on my floor, and a brother comes up and he's like, how do you know Eliza? And he's like, oh, I'm on her floor, we're friends. And they were like, auto bid, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? They were like, because you're friends with Eliza, you get an auto bid. And I was like, what?
That means they mess with you. I love that. Like you auto bid, you're automatically in the frat. But like
Yeah.
imagine this, like you're in a bar, all right? Someone
Yeah.
comes up to you, is like, yo, like I have a cool friend group, you know, like you seem cool, like you want to join? And you're like, yeah, for sure, I'll join your friend group. And they're like, all right, but we gotta like dunk your head in some water. And like you gotta
Yeah.
you gotta be here every
See-
night at 6. You gotta like take care of the house, like clean for us, and like, all right, okay. And like, yeah, you like you do all this stuff for like a couple months. Then you can be friends with us. And it's
that's like-
and you gotta pay too.
I wanna hear
That's
see.
fucking toxic culture.
It's
know,
fun.
well,
like-
no, but like if you're in a frat though, it's fun. Like at the end of the day, even people kind of enjoy pledging. I think.
But like,
I wouldn't
why?
know. I wouldn't know.
Why would you enjoy pledging if you've just got to clean? the filthy frats.
Well, because then
That's
like a year down the line you can tell someone else to clean. That's like the whole.
Yeah,
That's the whole
thing. I
thing.
They have
guess. Yeah,
such
that's
a-
the whole thing.
They have such a complex.
Yeah,
But I
it's-
find it. See, Mason. I just want to ask. Surely you've heard some of the maddest hazing stories.
Yeah.
I feel like.
yeah. Some
I-
of them.
So surely like
So
your
what's
roommates-
like the maddest thing that you've heard that makes someone do?
I mean, I think the most disgusting thing I heard is just like people like make a juice or something, like just put
Make a
some
what?
throw up, piss, like ketchup, everything, kind of like that. Make the pledges drink it. It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, they come like I have roommates. You know, I'm not saying names or frats. like they'll
Off the
come back
books,
covered in
off the
puke and like all that disgusting stuff and like stuff you don't want to do. But at the end of the day, they're in frats now and they.
And then they finish
Yeah,
it.
But
They're
like
like,
so.
they're like the
it's-
brotherhood.
Can't be
And
that
I'm
bad.
like, how?
So I remember. So we don't have like obviously frats or anything like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of time in rugby in England, you do like a rugby initiation,
Oh.
and they're known for doing the same kind of like sort of hazing process.
So that's
So-
interesting. So for rugby, because my uncle went here and he was on the rugby team.
yeah.
So he did rugby, top frat. Also, my
Really?
major too. He's one that went here, but he did rugby and a frat and everything. And you know, it's I guess it is a culture thing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because you accept doing it because everyone else does it. It's one of those.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
out of the
exactly,
blue, if you're
exactly.
not like, it's probably so foreign to you guys.
And
It
also,
has to be. It's like so
the,
weird.
the
Well, no,
alumni,
it's-
the alumni is probably the best part of it. To be honest, I didn't understand that at the start. I was like, why would you do this? And then they're like, oh, brothers are coming back, and they're in this job and this job, and I talk to them, and they're like, we'll get you in,
Yeah.
just because you're part of a singular frat,
You got that.
which is like really weird.
But some clubs here do the same kind of, not clubs, but like if you're in like, I think Penn State in general, you do gotta have a little group. I mean, you guys have a little group of just like 4
Yeah.
people.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
We're
in
all
general-
like exchange students.
But
You-
clubs
it's good
don't
'cause at
happen
least-
at home. We don't. So uni back home is kind of a thing you've got to get through, rather than like you're like, wow, I can't wait to go to uni.
But
You're like,
that's so different. for
we
us,
don't live
like-
on campus. We live with our families.
Really?
Yeah.
The colleges are totally different.
And we have no clubs. It's like you go to uni, you do your good degree, and you're out.
And you live
That's
with your
like
parents.
crazy.
So-
Honestly, I find that
So
so.
we have community colleges like that, but it's frowned upon. It's the cheapest. It's the most convenient. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
commuting from home and stay like
like the show
stay in
community.
high school.
It's exactly like.
I know.
that
So
stuff,
like
isn't
it's
it? you
the
go back if
community-
you fell at law or something.
yeah. Like so if you go to community college like in America, I guess it's kind of like oh you're not the smartest or whatever. But at the same time, it does save money. And a lot of people do 2 years of community college, then they come to a big university. And
Yeah.
I think it's important being a big university because you can always make a big school smaller, but you can't make a small school big.
Yeah.
So like there's the whole aspect of why you would come to a school like this because there's so many connections. There's only as many connections as you make.
Yeah.
I love that. So like, why would you not go talk to everybody? Why would you not like join
It's
wherever
you.
you can, do whatever you can, and like
Exactly,
that's the whole thing.
dude.
So like, it kind of kills me partially. Like I'm an online class, even with this semester, and like I'm kind of doing it from home. I don't meet anybody that way, you know. So it's like it's important. That's why the whole in-person part's important to me Because
Yeah.
you're going out, you're meeting people, and that's why you guys came here, really just to meet people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right? It's all about the people. It's really not about the area.
No, I
You know?
definitely agree.
That's the main thing. It's all about the people.
fact you're
It's all
talking to
about
us
the
right
connections you
now
make.
is
It's all about
wild.
relationships.
I know, like, I mean, if Eliza didn't sit down in the right dining hall seat
Yeah.
one night,
I know.
If
we
I
would be
didn't
here
say-
like 4 months later
But,
on a
yeah,
podcast.
but she could have been in the dining hall, but I made the initiative to talk to her.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what made the
yeah,
difference.
yeah.
So, like, talking to people is the biggest thing to me. And there's, like, trust me, there's so many people I talk to that don't want to talk. That's fine. Like, accepting no is one of the biggest things I think is
Yeah.
important to do in life. Like, being able to take a no.
We were
Or saying
stoked.
no.
See, no,
we were
Mason,
like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd say that you have the most you have the littlest fear I've seen of
Yeah.
of social awkwardness, which I really respect so much. I
It's-
think like
but,
I've
like,
never seen anyone.
What is there to fear?
The other
though?
day,
It's
literally,
life.
the other day,
That's my.
I saw you in the gym, and you're like, "Oh, just go record me doing a splits in front of everyone, see what everyone says."
Yeah.
Just go,
Yeah.
go, just picks up some weights and pulls the splits in front of everyone. And
Yeah,
like,
I mean, because like the
like-
whole video thing kind of correlates into like, I get people are gonna like see me do whatever, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
So it's like whatever. It's like
Yeah.
people see me. They can see me digitally. They can meet me in person. 20 seconds. They know me well.
yeah. And you know what
It's
happened?
all like
At the football, when we were walking through the crowd, and 90% of the people were like, Mason! James and I were like, what the fuck? How does he know every single person in this place? They were like, Mason, Mason, Mason! And we were like,
see
oh,
the
hi!
state, see the state's worldwide now.
I mean, yeah.
It was
It's
crazy.
much because of Cedar State, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's more just because I talk to people. Like drinking. What's the age of your coaches?
For us, it's 18.
Like for alcohol.
18.
18. Do you think it should be lowered in America?
Well, see, the thing is, I think it works in England because I know. So the drinking age is 18. So
Yeah.
realistically, you start drinking about like 16 at school, something
Yeah,
like that.
I mean,
Like when
that's
people
understandable.
you know are 18. But I think in America, having before I came at all, I thought like, why the hell is it not 18? This seems ridiculous. And then I saw what frats like make people do and stuff like that. And that's just general attitude. Like people think let's just drink until you're not able to walk anymore, rather than let's drink until you can have enough.
But if they lower the drinking age, they could be taught by their parents more responsible drinking.
No, but the difference
True,
is...
but like the thing is, in the years straight after that happens, all the people that suddenly couldn't drink for another 3 years can now just drink, and they're gonna go crazy. It's like an immediate problem. I think it's the kind of thing that will go out like within 50 years.
I think one of the big things is like alcohol's pretty overrated. You know, it's fun
It is,
when
yeah.
you're doing it, but like after you feel like not good.
But I think...
Hangovers, and everything. It's weird. Like you think that it's 2022. Like you think there'd be a better drug that doesn't make
Yeah,
you.
but I think-
it makes fun, but you don't feel like
The
But see,
mentality
the thing
is...
is,
The
It's
mentality
funny.
is here. Like, I've talked to so many people, and they're like, tonight, I'm gonna black out.
people
and
do
I'm
that.
like...
I don't get that at all.
But
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
like, back home, we don't sit there with our friends and we're like, tonight, we're not gonna remember. And they fucking love it. They wake up in the morning, they're like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't remember last night.
It's
And
like,
I'm like,
they
it's like a
like it.
flex. It's
It's
like
a
a flex.
flex.
So I was like,
Why?
shit, mate. I had like 26 cans. Fucking cool. I'm the sickest guy that's ever walked this earth.
yeah, and I'm like,
Uh,
what?
It's a competition. It's a
Yeah,
competition.
it's a little
lot
bit.
of stuff's
That's the
competitive
thing,
here.
actually, about like that's the thing I've realized just like slowly about American culture in general. Everything's a competition. Everything's who can do this better. Like beer pong. Beer pong is serious here.
Yeah.
Beer pong is like fuck. If you're bad at beer pong, you can't come to the party. It's crazy to me.
I gotta avoid the game personally because if I'm on table, one, I'm not that good, and two, you can't really talk to people when you're playing beer pong. I like to talk to everyone.
You can't talk
The
to
thing was as
anyone
well-
when you're at frat parties. You're screeching at them, and they're like, "What?" And you're like, "I'm screaming," and they're like, "Yeah," and that's all I say all night. And I'm
So,
like, "Wow, that was
yeah."
that was
Parties back
nice.
home, they blast music like we do here.
Well, no, they do. I mean, I can't speak for Australia. of
Well,
course,
like,
but I think
to a degree, but like,
definitely
yeah, like at pre's, you talk to your friends.
Yeah.
You don't-
That's what the pregame. That's what pregames are about. Like you're doing it with your
Yeah,
friends,
yeah.
then you go to the party together.
That's what I always prefer, though.
Experience.
I prefer the chatting aspect of the party, usually. Like, when you're just, like, talking to someone, like, having a good time. Much better than, like, you can dance and stuff, but personally, I don't like the music here. In most of the frats,
What
I mean,
music
like...
do you like?
Well, I like a bit of everything. But,
Probably
like,
nothing I heard of. Or
Yeah,
do you listen to American music?
I listen to some. I mean, I know, like, Weezer. Like, Blink-182 and stuff.
What's the most popular American songs back home?
Ooh,
bands?
it's hard to say, because there's always more ones as well. Like, Billie Eilish is big everywhere, I'm pretty sure. So, like, stuff like that is pretty universal.
Sunburn, like
then-
SNRBN, burn. Sunburn, have you not heard that?
I do.
They're pretty big back home.
I don't know.
It's kind of like a mixture between this music and our music.
I never even heard it.
Well,
Well, I mean, yeah, there's
I
nothing
can't
wrong with that. Yeah, you, like, what is there to say?
But you see, the thing is, like, on nights out and stuff, so in Leeds, where I go to uni, I'm not, like, from there, but, like, the thing is, like, you do more, like, D&B, drum and bass stuff.
Yeah.
It's more, like, disgusting, like, filthy, just as many drums as you can imagine in one, like, beat.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's just, like, I don't know.
Music's different. Taste is different.
Yeah,
Culture's
completely different.
Everything's different. What's the biggest difference
The biggest difference.
between it, like, in England and America?
Well, this is one I anticipated. This is one that I think is still very big. Guns.
Oh.
In fact, guns are just like not a thing. They're not like nobody has a gun really. I mean, unless like
Is it
you're
better
a
off that
farmer
way?
or something.
In your opinion?
Well, I mean, we have a lot less shootings. I'd say like school shootings and stuff. I
Yeah.
think, but now it's a thing in America. You can't go back.
I think like for guns, at least here, I like how guns are normal. I have a couple of guns myself, but at the same time, it's like you got to make sure who's getting the guns.
also hunting.
Yeah,
I feel like because they do like, oh, you sign a couple pages of paper, but I feel like every person that's buying a gun should do
Bro,
like a sit down interview.
There's so
And
many
see who
guns
this
that
guy's
exist.
about.
There's so many guns that
Get some
exist.
people that vouch for this guy to have guns and
Yeah.
everything because they're such a dangerous
Hunting,
thing.
hunting as well. Someone asked me the other day, they're like, what do you hunt back home? And I was like, nothing. You go out at night and you shoot kangaroos.
Really, people
But like,
do that.
if you're
People
on
do that?
if you're on a farm and they're
do
pests,
people eat kangaroos?
not really.
But people
like,
do.
to a degree. So basically, when I was in year 9 camp, we like skinned a kangaroo leg, and I love telling that story. And everyone's like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, "No," but like, it was normal
That was
at
normal.
that stage.
Because we do that with deer here.
Yeah,
But like, are kangaroos like everywhere?
not really. Not as much as like you'd go hunt a deer.
Uh,
Okay, so like I wouldn't go out and be like, this is a daily activity. I'm gonna go hunt a kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
I'd go there if I was like in the country with my friend at their farm.
Are they like rodents, like annoying, or like you embrace them?
Rodents? No. Oh, kangaroos.
Yeah.
To a degree. Like.
You
ish.
like them? Are they cool?
No, they're pests.
Do they get hit by cars a lot?
Yeah.
That's weird.
So do water.
Because we have the white-tailed deer. We got what? You know what I mean? You got the
I never
Yeah.
thought about
What
that. I never
you?
thought about
What
a kangaroo
you?
getting hit by a car. That's a really funny idea in my head all of a sudden.
What's your animal that runs around?
Our animal, I don't know. We got a bunch, I guess. And none that wouldn't be here though. That's the thing. Because I guess all of them came like when England.
Do you have like deer and stuff there?
We have deer. We have like rabbits. I don't know. we got pests. We got like. I mean, I had rats in my house quite recently. Actually, they were fucking annoying. I promise you that.
We got rats here
They're
too.
really annoying.
But like, I hunt like deer. Went out for bear this year. Hunt bear. I mean, it's like
See,
Bear.
actually, that's the thing.
Bear.
I would never like to hunt personally.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to kill something.
it's if your dad does it, you do it. That's
Yeah.
the best way to
I was
describe it.
baffled. One night, you sent a photo of a deer, and I was like, ha! Fuck!
I mean, I didn't show you. I like sent it to you and a couple of like close friends because again, you don't want to post on your man because people. It's a controversial thing.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It's like
Yeah.
not really. It's not like worth an argument because it's just who your family is
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point. Because people, especially close to the city, it's so foreign to them. They actually get creeped out
Yeah,
by
yeah.
like hunting. So I don't talk about it. Like if you know me, you don't know I
Yeah.
hunt. But like if you know me, you know I hunt. And I had to send that photo to you because
Yeah.
American culture, right? Actually.
I was like,
Because
wow.
I used
America.
to consider myself like the most average American, but then but now coming to college, I realized that I'm the more of a stereotype American than the actual
Yeah,
average
you
American.
definitely
The
are.
actual average American is not what people think. I think.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But the stereotype average American, I feel like, is me pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, this is funny. So like I got one side of the family that golfs, and the other side of the family that goes hunting for the family units. So we're all one family. We all get the family together. We're all going golfing. You see how good we go, and that's like a preppy kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
Then the other side of the family, you know, right after Thanksgiving, around that time, we all go hunting together. And it's just totally two different things, two different sides of like a
Yeah.
culture that I love, and I think it made me into the person I am today, and I definitely embrace it to the fullest. So that's. But at the same time, is it the kind of thing you get there? Like, what's your stereotype? Are you close to stereotype, or do you say you're...
So I think the stereotype for us is like some guy in a top hat with a monocle. Like,
How many people are actually like that, though?
I mean, like the 1%. It's like the social elites. The average like British person meet on the street, probably a chav. I mean,
What's
do
a chav?
Yeah,
What's
do
a
you know what
chav?
chav is?
No.
Yeah.
No,
shit.
yeah, we don't.
Roadman.
A roadman.
Okay, so like chavs, right? Chavs are people that wear like just tracksuits all the time. They'll be out on the street, probably smoking a spliff in the middle of the street, and they'll just be really rude.
Party people, kind of.
No.
they're like
They're not like they're completely different. They're just like you know what a council estate is?
No.
So council estate is like government housing. They put up for people who don't afford the housing.
So
And
these
it's like the stereotypical person who like runs around like a council estate.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's not like all council estate people are like that at all. Like no, not at all. But that's like the stereotype.
That's the stereotype for England.
And so but the stereotype for England, the stereotype for England as a whole, from American point of view,
Yeah.
is like we're really sophisticated, really like cultured and stuff, and it's couldn't be further from the truth.
That is so interesting.
There's a bunch of scumbags.
But what would you say to you compared to the stereotype?
How do I compare?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that at all, personally. I mean, I'm just like general middle class, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm like quite just middle Britain, like, yeah, my parents are just quite like averagely like okay.
Rich.
Like
They're
we're
standard.
not rich at all, we're not poor, so like we're just there.
Middle class.
We just exist. But I live in the middle, like countryside and stuff. I think a lot of people live more like in towns and villages and stuff, and like in
Interesting.
cities. But I feel like it'd be really hard to say myself, like what I'd be.
You're pretty like,
I'm just a guy.
you're pretty
you
like,
fit my
I'm just a
stereotype.
bloke.
dude.
Really?
How so? What?
Okay, yeah,
There's
no, I'd
more
love
the
to
accent than
hear. I'd
everything.
love to hear what you thought. What before you met us at all? What you thought the stereotypes were?
I mean, like witty is like a good term for me. I love witty people. Know what to say when they're spoken to. You know, you're very good at conversation and.
Can I grab that cigar?
Come on, yeah,
Thank
that's
you
good.
very
That's
much.
good. No, and like you fit that. Like you're so easy to talk to, so outgoing. And my like whole stereotype of British is just like about it. You know, just like they're very easy to get along to, very friendly, and like I've never been there, so I can't even say. It's just really based off the movies. Honestly, that's like really cinema. That's why I do videos, because it's kind of interesting how like people see digital media and they make opinions of it. Like you see a movie and like you see a character you really like, you almost want to be like that character. Like, you know, it makes you think a lot. That's why I see films nowadays, especially as a videographer. It spins my gears the whole time, just like seeing how people act and everything.
I can imagine.
Your stereotype.
My stereotype.
Yeah.
What do you think Australian was though?
I like
before
honestly, I
you met
think
us?
of guys when I think of Australia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is that weird to say? But like, I
Yeah.
really don't think of like even England too. I think of the guys more.
Yeah.
Because probably because I am a guy.
Yeah.
But I think of guys from Australia. I think it's like
The beach.
I don't know.
The thing is, like, everyone from Australia was like the beach, tanned, blonde.
Really.
That was it. That was
Because
like,
I think of like the Crocodile Dundee kind of thing.
yeah, and everyone here was like, do you watch like,
Got the fucking paper mark.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, I think the Crocodile Dundee countryside. I think a lot of like desert dry heat. I heard about the Australian fires. How bad were they? The Australian fires, were they like terrible?
bad. Like, I live in the city. That's the thing. So like,
Didn't really affect you.
not really, but like very close to home. And that's the thing. Like, when I used to go to Canada, everyone from there was like, you live in the outback, and I was
Yeah,
like,
no, you don't.
no,
you live in the
there's
city.
cities in Australia, and they were like, no, it's desert, it's red, it's dark, there's nothing there but you and the kangaroos. And I was like,
It's dog.
And a couple of koalas.
come on.
Do you go camping and stuff?
Pardon me?
You go camping and stuff there?
See, very un-Australian. I've never been camping.
Wow.
Really?
I know.
I go camping here. I go camping back home.
know.
I do road trips. I just live out my car.
Yeah, I remember you saying
Yeah.
you met your friend who went on a road trip before.
I meet plenty of people. Some people are Penn State when I meet up with them here. It's
Oh my
awesome.
god. When I was in Utah, I was wearing a beanie. Tiny little tick. Tiny little Penn State thing. And we were at a bar, New Year's, and this kid from across the room was like, "We are!" And I was like,
oh my goodness.
I was like, no.
I was in North Dakota.
We are not.
Yeah, I was in North Dakota. Of all
We're
places.
not.
And I was camping in North Dakota, and there's people camping. And we pull in. We pull in at 11 o'clock at night. We're like, oh, everyone at this campsite's gonna be sleeping, but these people are still like active at a fire. And we go over. 2 Penn State people. Like, what are the odds? But,
What
like,
the fuck?
It's part of being going to a big college, and you get those connections.
I love that. So I remember on my flight home,
You just
I went
put it on
home
the
for
beach.
Christmas.
Yeah, just
We're like, I don't know when this will
Yes.
like go out. I don't know. Like we're recording this start of February, 2022. But I went home just for Christmas. That just happened, and I was on the plane waiting for the toilet, and some guy comes out just taking massive shit because he was in there for ages, and he goes, "No way, Penn State, we are." I'm like, "Yes, mate."
No.
So-
I loved it. I was just so excited.
So like I could barely do a British accent, like at all. That was terrible. American accent. Let's hear it. Let's hear an American accent.
American, mate, give me something to say at least.
Something about dude. Like think
Do
about
it.
what we say.
Do it.
Because when I talk about British, it's like we go to the bar, the harbor. Like I say harbor. I don't even know where to start with a British accent.
Story time. So basically, we're at a frat, and I was like, this is fun, and we're with everyone, and I was like, yeah, woohoo. And this kid comes up to me, and I was like, hi, how you going? He speaks an Australian accent, and I was like, fair enough, go on. He's trying to pick me up, but he's speaking an Australian accent, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. And I wait like 10 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like, hey mate, how you going? And he was like, oh shit. He was like, I've tried every time, and every time I try an Australian accent, it picks girls up. You are Australian. And I was like,
oh
yeah.
my goodness.
I was like, yeah. His friends were like,
girls.
oh fuck, he fucked up. And I was like, yeah, he did.
That is actually
stupid motherfucker.
But can you do an American accent? Rip it.
Oh.
Rip it.
Wait, no,
you gotta do it now.
You gotta say something, and I'll
Say we're going out to A Pie tonight or something like that. I don't know.
Wow, that's a shocker.
The original.
No, this thing, me and the boys. Oh wait, me and the boys.
We're
British
going
for
out
sure.
to A Pie tonight. Oh my god.
That's quite good.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm saying
Oh
that's
my
good as like a
God.
non-American.
Like,
how does
what?
that stand up? You heard that? Would you go?
Like, oh my god. Tonight we're going to A Pie.
Yeah, that's some slang because you're saying like let's hear yours. Let's hear yours.
I can only do frat boy though. I can't do like
Do
a
frat boy. Do
I
frat
can't
boy.
do middle
That's American though.
It's frat. It's definitely American. It's very American.
You do country. Like me and the boys went down. We went fishing the other day. And,
Yo,
because,
like
there's so many different American accents.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, Kyle? Like, I said do the keg stand, I didn't say do a fucking keg flip. What the fuck, bro?
We say bro all the time.
You're doing way too much. Like, you're done. You're so done.
Like, bro, tonight, you're welcome, but like any other night, you're not cool.
I don't fuck with your boys.
I don't
fuck with
Get
them.
off.
Yo, that guy's cool. That guy, with the mullet, he's fucking sick. Like, that guy, yo, the other bloke, you know, he's like bloke.
you're smooth, but like any other night, I don't fuck with you. Get off my lawn.
But
I've heard the phrase "get off my lawn" about like 17 times.
Because after I went down to the pub, then with all the boys, and I can't.
The lads.
I did with all the lads, and we were drinking our ale and everything like that. I can't even. But like at the same time, I think it's so funny. It's just like, but it's just how we are as people. And we all have accents. We all come from different places. It's still English, but you love to hear it. Because even in the States, we have different accents for you.
I know,
That's like
yeah.
country.
See,
you got a Maine with an accent. We got a Southern accent.
Southern. Can you do a Southern accent? I'd love to hear it.
I mean, like Southern accent would be like.
Thanks.
I mean, y'all, like we like our barbecue, and they kind of talk like a little, jeez, it's like it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to know when you're not Southern. Like I have the little Pittsburghese people telling me, my voice is a little deeper to begin with, but like even Pittsburgh there's an accent, Philly there's an accent. They're the same state.
Look, you just say yins. That's the only different thing.
It's not too popular to say yins. Like,
Really?
like Southern's the biggest one because you talk like this, kind of talk loud, and like we're hunting, we're fishing, we're doing all this kind of stuff like that. Kind of talk like that. That's a little bit of Southern, but again, I can't know unless I am Southern, and the people coming from there, like think of us as a different accent today. But like you guys are just totally different, and I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I've loved being here. Mason has made us feel very welcome in America.
Dude,
Yeah.
I really
Definitely say
appreciate that. I'm glad. I'm glad you came on the podcast too. Like,
Mate, it's been good to be here.
I mean,
I've
why not?
loved being here.
Because we can look back at this in 20 years and be like,
Literally.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Show my kids.
We're all like,
Maybe we won't show my kids the cigar. I'll probably
No,
tell them
I'll
smoking's
definitely
wrong.
show my
tell the fellow smoking's
I'm
wrong.
like, yeah, you're the same as your mom. Look at her. She's
love it.
drunk.
State of that. Jesus Christ.
But dude,
Vaping.
thank you guys for coming on. This is a great time. We'll end it with that. Let's go. But, come on. Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Do you guys dab up in England?
No, wait.
It's
That's
not-
the
it's-
issue.
What
That's
is it?
Yeah, no. We have a whole different thing. Where it's more
What?
like you can do that, or you can also do one of these.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come on, kind of. Interesting. Because
Yeah.
we do the. This is the American. Oh, wait, the American dab up. Well, yeah, come on,
yeah,
American dab
dapping
up.
up is not.
Oh,
the
wait.
same.
Oh, get used to it though.
You gotta cut the first one out.
Yeah.
That was awful.
That was awesome.
We're like,
That's
shit,
the
why is there a
podcast.
massive-
Let's go.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone?